we are looking at the West Virginia slang. If you don't know, I come from West Virginia, and well, I'm going to see if this is true or not. I'm going to see if we West Virginians up here use that word. Now, she dang purty, but I tell you, let's see if she's correct. Let's get on with it. Pennington. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Garner. I grew up in the beautiful mountain state of West Virginia, and I'm going to teach you a little bit of West Virginia slang.
Alrighty, let's see.
A winder is a window. See, it's not southern. It's go stand by the winder. Purdy is.
Do we use winder? I sure do use winder. If you've seen a couple of my videos, if you've seen a couple of my videos, you would know that there's this video called Dangerous Road Truckers. I use the winder in that one because fuck it.
It's pretty. You look purdy.
Do we use purdy? I do. I sure do use purdy. I'll tell you, I do.
I have to say, you look downright purdy. A pie supper, it's an organized kind of supper where you would be auctioning or selling off pie.
First of all, I've never heard of this word called pie supper. When the fuck was pie supper in West Virginia? Maybe it's down part of the lower part of West Virginia, but I've never heard of pie supper. I've never used it. I've never heard my family use it either.
I'm going to have me a pie supper for the PTA. I've been to pie suppers at my church. A mess is it's another unit of measurement, isn't it? It's like
I do use mess. I've used the mess a lot of times. If you watch my videos, you definitely hear me say I use mess a lot, and yeah.
That's a mess of taters you got there. If I had just a sip of wine, or if I had spoken to anyone from West Virginia in the last half hour, this would all sound very different. Mater.
If we're talking about tomato, potato, or like with the at the end of it, I've definitely used it, like mater in cars or something like that.
Is that like a tater? A tomato. It's a tomato. A youngin' is a youth. A person with youth, a young person. I was talking to me a couple of youngins over there, and they were saying that they couldn't find their maters. Biscuits are really big in West Virginia.
I've never heard of the word cat's head in West Virginia before. I've been all over West Virginia. I've never heard someone come up to me, hey man, I know what a cat's head means. It's like an auction or something like that, I think. But I've never heard anybody use that in a term of being around me.
Virginia, and a cat's head is a big biscuit. What West Virginia is known for is Tudor's Biscuit World, and there you can get yourself a cat's head biscuit and a sausage gravy. Wash.
I definitely used this word before. Wash. I wash my clothes all the time. I've washed my car, or yeah.
I gotta wash my car. I gotta wash in the creek. A skiff is a.
I'll be honest with you, I've never used skiff. I've never heard of skiff, so I don't know what that means.
I think it's a light dusting of snow. It's just a skiff of snow out there. It's fine. You can drive. It's just a skiff. Buggy. It's a.
I've heard of buggy. Buggy. If you don't know what a buggy is, I'm going to explain it. Then she'll probably explain it. But a buggy is like it's a shopping cart. Just we use buggy because it.
Grocery shopping cart. What I think of it as ears, the West Virginia mountain.
I've used ears, mountaineers, beers, maybe. No, I don't know.
Ears. That's WVU's home football team, and they are one of the two major sources of joy and heartbreak in our state. The herd. That's the other source of joy or pain, and that is the thundering
herd. What?
Heard from Marshall University. You can see them in the movie that Matthew McConaughey did. What was it called? We are Marshall. We Are Marshall. Beautiful movie shot in large part in West Virginia. A peck. That's like I love you, a bushel and a peck.
Dude, where the hell are you getting these words from, bro? I've never heard these in West Virginia so my life, bro. What?
It's a unit of measurement. Ramps are.
Oh, I've heard of ramps. They're around my house. I usually grow them, and you know they're like onions, sort of, but they're like wild onions, and they're they're tasty. They have a lot of green to them, though. I'll tell you that.
Onions. They're more like a scallion, I want to say. They have a lot of green to them. Molasses is molasses.
I've never heard of molasses either.
But you would use it in the context of you are slow as molasses. It's how slowly someone is moving. Oh, a holler. A holler is another word for hollow.
That I do use holler. I live in a holler. It's by a creek maybe, or down between a mountain. Let's say these are mountains here, and the hollers right here. I live like right in between the mountains, like butt crack, you know.
You might live by the creek, or you might live in the holler. And it's also, you could say, oh, she's 2 hollers back, meaning like a unit of distance. A crick is another
That's what I just used.
word. It's creek. And if you're a cricker, you're someone who lives on the creek. Cricks often run through hollers. A spell is an amount of time.
I've used the word spell, but not in like West Virginia slang. I what?
I haven't seen you for a spell. It's been a spell since we've had some ramps together in the holler. It's been real great sitting here with y'all, but I'm gonna have to go wash all this makeup off my face and get on home, because I haven't seen my family in a spell, and they're all here from West Virginia, and I gotta get my roots on. Thank you so much for having me. I'm always happy to talk to Vanity Fair. Always happy to be here with you. I real appreciate it so much.
Well, that video was so disappointing. I come from West Virginia, right? Listen, in West Virginia, most of us don't use the words that she prescribed. Her accent is a little bit off. Maybe she's down from like Pocahontas County, maybe Ohio County, somewhere down there. But I'm in the upper panhandle near Virginia and Maryland. Yeah, I've never. I've been down in Charleston before. What? Where the hell do you come from? What part of West Virginia do you come from? Oh, you probably come down from Logan County or somewhere down there where all the crackheads are. That's right. Oh, what the fuck? Chloe Grace Moretz teaches you Georgia slang. I don't come from Georgia, but I've been there before. We'll do that next video. If you guys want to like the video to watch me react to this next, I will. And drop a like down below. Drop a like down below, and see you then. Goodbye. How do I shut this thing off?